Music Factory 2. Basic Concepts. Unit 8.
Let's revise the concept of key signature accidentals. Key signature accidentals refer to the flat and sharp symbols placed at the beginning of the score, after the clef, and before the time signature. They are used to specify the tonality of a score. Key signature accidentals indicate that all notes on the line or space where they are placed are affected by that accidental, till another accidental affecting that note appears. Look at this example. The two first B notes are flat because they are affected by the key signature accidental at the beginning. The third one is not affected because there is a natural symbol to make the note return to its original value. But it must be taken into account that key signature accidentals affect not only the note in the line or space where the symbol is, but also all notes of the same name. In the first example, the sharp accidental affects the F on the fifth line, but also the F on the first space. In the second example, the flat symbol on the third line affects the B on that line, but also the B on the space before the first ledger line. The order in which sharp symbols appear in the stave is this: F, C, G, D, A, E, B. To remember the number of sharps in each key, look at the key signature accidentals and start counting from G major onwards, adding 1 sharp at each step. So we have that G major sharp contains 1 sharp, D major sharp 2, A major sharp 3, E major sharp 4, B major sharp 5. And now we start from the beginning. F major sharp contains 6 sharps, and finally, C major sharp contains 7 sharps. At his point, we should remember that if we take out C major and A minor, which don't contain any sharps or flats, the remaining keys need sharps or flats, so that the pattern of tones and semitones is organized as in C major and A minor. Here's the pattern of tones and semitones for C major scale: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 and semitone. This is the list of major keys and the number of sharps they contain. As you can see, it starts with G major, which has got only 1 sharp, and finishes with C sharp major, which contains 7 sharps. If we talk about minor keys, the order of tones and semitones is this one: tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, and tone. As a result, this is the list of minor keys and the number of sharps they contain, with the exceptions of A minor, which hasn't got any sharps. It begins with E minor, which has got 1 flat, and ends with A sharp minor, which has got 7 sharps. Let's see what happens when there are flats in the key accidentals. The first flat that appears is B. Then comes E. The next one is A, D, G, and finally, C and F. To remember the number of sharps in each key, look at the key signature accidentals, and start counting from F major to the beginning and onwards, adding 1 flat at each step. This is the list of major keys and the number of flats they contain. As we have seen, F major has got 1 flat, and C flat major has got 7 flats. And now, have a look at the list of minor keys and the number of flats they contain. It starts with D minor, which has got 1 flat, and finishes with A flat minor, which contains 7 flats. All in all, this is the chart with all sharps and flats in major and minor keys. It is important to learn this chart by heart. We change subject and we will revise the concept of clef. A clef is a musical symbol that indicates which notes should be placed on the lines and spaces of a stave. Here you have got an example with G clef, the first one we have studied. As you can see, the curl of the clef gives name to the second line. The rest of notes are organized as in the image. The second clef we studied was F clef. It is also called bass clef and gives name to the fourth line, the one that is located between the two dots of the clef. As you can see in the image, the notes are organized up and down the F. The new clef in this unit is C clef on the fourth line. It is also called alto or viola clef, and it gives name to the third line, the one that goes through the clef. Here's the sound of the scale. It is generally used for instruments such as viola, alto trombone, viola da gamba and contralto or countertenor voices. The different clefs help composers write music comfortably for all instruments and voices, avoiding, thus, too many ledger lines. Here is an example of a score which includes C clef, but also G clef and F clef. As you can see, there are not many ledger lines, which makes writing and reading music easier. Summarizing. G clef is used for high sounds. F clef for low sounds and C clef on the third line is used for middle sounds. The end.